The rabbit had more carrots than ever that day and still went to sleep hungry. Not just a little hungry, but the kind where your stomach feels like it's arguing with you. He dropped to the ground, breathing hard, paws dirty, body tired, and all around him, just carrot peels, which didn't make any sense because just minutes ago he was smiling, sitting next to a neat little pile, counting them slowly. 1, 2, 3. Today was good, even nodding to himself like he had finally figured things out. So what happened? He tried to replay it. There was one bite while walking back, just one, then another while sitting, because why not? Then one more because the day was long, and a few tiny bites he didn't even remember taking, and somehow those just ones never came alone. He looked down again. Nothing. Wait, I had more, he muttered, confused. But this wasn't new. Every single day it played out the same way. Run all morning, dig faster than the others, find more carrots, stack them proudly, feel like a winner, and then watch them quietly disappear. But today felt different, because today he brought back more than ever and somehow lost it even faster. He frowned. Something wasn't right. Am I doing something wrong? The question slipped out. Because he wasn't lazy, he wasn't careless, he did exactly what every rabbit said. Run harder, collect more, stay busy, and he did it better than most. Yet every night ended the same way. Silence, peels, hunger. He lay back, staring at the sky, tired not just from running, but from not understanding. And after a long pause, he whispered to himself, "If I'm doing everything right, why does it always end like this?" The next day, he didn't run faster. He didn't dig harder. He just watched, because something was slipping, and this time he wanted to catch it. So he sat beside his fresh pile of carrots, staring at them quietly, almost like they might reveal a secret. And for a moment, nothing happened, just a calm rabbit and a full pile. And then, without thinking, his paw moved. He picked one up, just one before I rest. A small bite, harmless. He even nodded slightly like he was in control. But a few moments later, his paw moved again. Another bite, a little bigger this time. Then one more while lying down, and suddenly he paused, chewing slower now because something felt familiar. So he looked at the pile again. It wasn't empty, but it wasn't the same either. It was smaller, and that's when something clicked. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, uncomfortably. This wasn't one big moment where carrots disappeared. This was it, this exact thing happening again and again. The same spot, the same just one, repeating like a habit that never asked permission. And now that he saw it, he couldn't unsee it. Every bite felt louder, every excuse clearer. Just one more. I earned this. It's been a long day. And for a second, he stopped, held a carrot in his paw, and didn't eat it. Just stared at it. Then, a few seconds later, he ate it anyway and let out a small, awkward laugh. Okay, that was weird, but it wasn't funny because it kept happening, like his paws had their own plan. And by the time the sun began to set, he didn't even need to count anymore. He already knew what he'd see. Fewer carrots, same ending. But this time, something had changed. He wasn't confused anymore. He was aware. Because now he knew it wasn't that his carrots were disappearing, he was letting them go, slowly, all day, one small bite at a time. The next morning he woke up with that same dull hunger. But something felt different. Not inside him, outside. The field felt quieter, like it wasn't in a rush anymore. And as he looked around, his eyes landed on a rabbit sitting a little distance away, doing nothing. No running, no digging, just sitting, calm. And that alone felt strange, because every rabbit he knew was always busy, like they were late for something. But this one wasn't moving. And then he noticed the carrots beside him, a small, fresh pile, clean, bright, untouched. And he froze for a second, blinking slowly, because he was sure those carrots weren't there yesterday. He had passed this exact spot. It was empty. Wait. He frowned, looking again. Maybe he missed it? Maybe this rabbit woke up early, ran before sunrise? But no, there were no marks, no disturbed ground, no signs of digging, just stillness and carrots. And something about that didn't feel right, because in his world, carrots only came after running, after exhaustion, after chasing. So this shouldn't be possible. He shifted slightly, pretending not to stare, but his eyes kept going back, watching closely now, waiting for something to explain it, anything. But nothing happened. The calm rabbit didn't rush, didn't guard the carrots, didn't even look at them like they mattered, just sat there quietly, like this was normal. And that's when the thoughts started bothering him. Not curiosity anymore, discomfort. Because if this was real, then something in his own life didn't add up. And then, suddenly, the calm rabbit moved, slowly, casually, picked up one carrot, and for a brief second it felt familiar. He's going to eat it. But no, he didn't. Instead, he bent down and pressed it gently into the ground, halfway, covering it lightly. And then he just left it there. No checking, no excitement, nothing, just went back to sitting. And that moment stretched a little longer than it should have, because it didn't make sense, not even a little. And the Maine rabbit stared, confused now, almost irritated. "Why would you hide a perfectly good carrot?" he whispered. But even as he said it, something shifted, a quieter thought, slower, heavier. What if he's not hiding it? That thought didn't leave him, not while walking, not while eating, not even while trying to sleep. It just stayed there, quietly pulling at him. What if he's not hiding it? And the next day, without telling anyone, he tried something strange. He picked one carrot and didn't eat it, just held it, staring at it longer than usual, like it meant something now. "This is stupid," he muttered under his breath, but still he walked to a soft patch of ground and slowly, awkwardly, pressed it into the soil, halfway, just like he saw, then stepped back, waited. Nothing, just dirt, silence, and that same voice creeping in. "Great, now you just buried food," he exhaled, almost laughing, and turned away. But the pull didn't stop. It tugged at him, quietly at first, then stronger, and after a few moments he found himself back there again, standing over the spot, staring. Maybe I should just eat it before someone else finds it. He bent down, brushed the dirt, paused, then stopped himself. No, leave it, and walked away faster this time, like escaping his own mind. But the urge followed, sharper now, every carrot whispering the same thing. "Just eat it, you've earned it." And then he rushed back, pulled the carrot out of the ground, took a bite, and froze, chewing slowly, because something felt off, heavier than before. Not just hunger anymore. It felt like he had broken something he barely started, and that stayed with him longer than the taste. So the next time, he tried again. Another carrot, same spot, same action, and when he walked away, he didn't come back. Not immediately. He kept moving, even when it felt uncomfortable, even when every step pulled him back. And as the sun slowly began to set, he looked again. That carrot was still there, untouched, and for the first time, it didn't feel like he lost something. It felt like he protected something. And that feeling quietly felt bigger than hunger, bigger than the urge, bigger than every just one he had ever believed. Days passed, then a few more, and something strange began to happen. Not suddenly, not loudly, just quietly. The kind of change you almost miss, because one morning he walked past that same spot and paused. The carrot he had left there wasn't the same anymore. Small green leaves pushing up through the soil, and he just stood there, staring, a little confused, a little amazed, because he hadn't touched it, hadn't chased it, hadn't done anything after leaving it there. And yet, it didn't disappear. It stayed and became something more. And over the next few days, more of those spots began to change, tiny green signs appearing where he once felt like he was losing carrots. And slowly, something inside him shifted. He still ran, still collected carrots, but not the same way. The rush softened, the panic faded. Because now, every time he picked up a carrot, there was a pause, a choice, and not all of them ended in a bite. And as time passed, something even stranger happened. He noticed he was running less, but standing beside more. Not piles that vanished, but carrots that stayed, carrots that didn't need him every second. And one evening he sat down, not exhausted this time, just quiet, looking at the small patch of growing carrots around him. And in the distance, other rabbits were still running, faster than ever, chasing more, losing more, repeating the same loop he once lived in. And for a moment, he almost called out to them, but stopped, because he knew they wouldn't understand it yet. And as he leaned back, staring at the sky again, something finally felt clear. Not all carrots should be eaten the moment you hold them. Some carrots only grow when you let them go.